Hello, I'm live. Let's see. Wait for somebody to come in. It's a beautiful day, so I don't know if I'll have anybody come in because it's so nice outside. Everybody ought to be outside doing something outside. I have some grandkids. Whoop, wrong way. Grandkid, a couple more back there. So I probably won't stay on a long time. But let's see. I'm going to get over here. Ben's Over Acres. Hello. Made it. Good. I went outside. It's really hot outside here. I don't know about there, but it's hot outside here. It's humid. It's humidity. So it's pretty hot. I had to go out and do a few things and had to run out to see my mom at the nursing home and take her some stuff and in and out. Got hot. It's humid, and my hair don't do good in humidity at all. But anyway, so I got some things I want to talk about today. We'll wait for just a minute, let people come in. But we're talking about stress and what stresses you out and what do you do about it. And so I've had a lot of stress here lately. Like everybody. I know everybody does. Sometimes you just deal with it better than other times, right? Hey, Joy. The humidity here is awful. Yeah, it is here too. Hot, dry, and smoky. Well, it's, I don't know what the temperature is here, but it's really humid. I didn't look at the temperature. But we are supposed to have, we are, of course, in Western Kentucky, far Western Kentucky. And we are supposed to have 10 straight days of high heat index. And I can't remember what they called it. Dangerous? That's not the right word, I don't think. I can't remember the word they used, but excessive heat index for us for 10 days. So it's going to be miserable. It is miserable. Hey, Shelly. I'm going to look real quick and see what the temperature is out there. It's just 85, but it's humid. It says feels like 90. But it just feels humid to me. I don't know. And it's probably going to be worse. I don't know. It's supposed to have a high heat index, though. So I don't know. 101. I don't know what our heat index was, but it says feels like 90. But it's just humid. It's that kind of can't breathe good temperature. Hey, Christy Betts. So anyway, we are going to talk about stress today. What stresses you out and what do you do about it? And we're going to wait just a few minutes, give people time to get in that want to watch and talk about this. We all have stress, I think. And my little, I put my little, my thumbnail. I put my little thumbnail had the one from a video I made that said we're not perfect because we're just not. And so we all have stress and we all have maybe not everybody has anxiety. We all have some stress though. Humidity stresses me out. That's good. For us, it says it's 84 but feels like 97. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it says 85, but feels like 90, but it's just that stuffy humidity that's hard to breathe. Can't do a whole lot. I can't do a whole lot out there. I am not in great shape, and I can't do a whole lot out there. It's not as bad in the shade, of course, but it's still humid. So even in the shade, it's, there's Lee, Blue Cup Adventures. We've had so much rain. When the sun comes out, it feels like a steam bath. Yeah. Goodness. Anyway, so I've got some grandkids here. You may see them run back and forth. Their mama's in there too, so I don't have to worry about them, but they're back there getting dressed with their mama, except for this one. He's over here on the couch. So you may see some kids running back and forth here in a minute. I think they're fixing to be going out. So everyone is not perfect. If they claim to be, then they are not truthful with themselves. That is right, Shelley. That is absolutely right, for sure. None of us are perfect. And, that kind of, to me, that kind of brings into the whole conversation of stress, because we try to do everything, right? That's part of the stress, is we try to do everything, and we try to do everything well, and that brings stress. Just that brings stress, is trying to do everything that we have to do and then trying to do it well. And when we have a failure, that stresses us out, right? So we're going to talk about things to do about it. And I'm going to tell you about something that I just realized yesterday that I wasn't doing about it, that I needed to do about it. Canned 7 quarts of green beans. That's awesome. Awesome. We had so many green beans canned from last year, and still had some from 2019, and had a whole bunch last year. So I'm not planning on canning green beans this year. We went ahead and planted a bunch because we always do, but I don't know if I'm going to can any. I did put some in the freezer to try to use for like stir fry or something, but we're probably not going to can any green beans this year. I'm going to do a lot of okra and potatoes. I want to do some, what is it called? Dry canned potatoes. I tried that before, and we loved those. I try not to eat potatoes because I'm on the kind of low carb or keto diet. I'm trying to kind of go back to the keto right now to kind of, I need a good kickstart boost. So I'm going back to keto and trying again. I don't know. Nothing works. But I think it's a lot to do with stress, and we're going to talk about that. Lee said I'm perfectly screwed up. Yeah. Oh, hello, Glenn at How to Garden. I had a gnat in my face. I learned by watching my mom and aunts to say no. That helped them to not stress so much. Yes. Yes, yes. And it's hard. It's hard for me to say no. I let people talk me into things, or I take on things that I probably shouldn't. Not necessarily that they talk me into it, but I just take on things. It's just hard for me to say no. But not doing anything till tomorrow morning. I have a bunch of green beans canned from last year. Yep, we do too. Too hot. Oh, yeah, it's too hot out there to do anything. That's what I need to get up real early and get some things done out there. And it's done got too hot today. I got up this morning and got out there for a little bit, but man, it didn't last long. I did find a dang hornworm. Ugh, I hadn't even told Lee that. I did find a dang hornworm on my best tomato plant out there this morning. Got it off and looked for more and didn't see any more. I have only 1 quart bag of green beans in the freezer. They have not done well for me this year. Ours is looking like they're going to do really good. So we have let Lippy and Buddy come over, or Buddy came over and picked some, and I've told them, get all you want, because I'm not going to can any this year, I don't think. Unless they're just running out our ears and they get all they want, I won't let them go to waste, but we don't really need any. I'm a crazy homesteader. I like that name. That's awesome. I haven't seen that before. So if you're new, hello, I'm Teresa, Stringfield Ridge Farm. And we do a Friday night live. Me and Lee together do a Friday night live and talk about, we have some fun. We have a lot of fun. And then we talk about foraging towards the end of our live on Friday nights at 7 Central. And then I do this lunch live. I usually talk about healthy food or something healthy. Today we're going to talk about stress, because I have been so stressed out. There's the perfect one that popped in that knows what I'm talking about. She stresses too. Jen at A Hot Mess on a Mission. Just that name could tell you what we what we are. We're a hot mess on a mission. I have been so stressed lately over different things. It kind of started, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. About 3 weeks ago, I ran over a couple of kittens. We have cats out in the yard. I call them barn cats, but they're kind of feral. They hang out. You can't get a hold of them. And I ran over a couple of the kittens by accident going to work one morning, and it upset me really, really bad. And then a few days later, I ran over another one. And about that same time, my car started messing up. We have that fixed now. Thank the good Lord. But same time, a lot of things were happening at the same time. The kittens, that didn't help none. It made me feel so bad. I was just sick over it. I was sick over running over the kittens. And my car broke down, and we couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And my mom went in the nursing home. And just, so many things happened all at one time that was just stacking up on top of me. And I'm going to say, I usually handle stress better than I have this last 3 weeks. And anyway, it's just been an awful mess of stress that I hadn't been able to handle. And that kind of confused me. I thought something was wrong with me. I thought, okay, it's hormones or something, because I usually handle stress better than this. Hey, Lana. Lana said, I just got here. Garden here is doing horrible. Oh, no. I think next year I'm letting garden breathe and only plant a few tomatoes. Me and Lee has talked about that a little bit, because we have a lot of stuff put up. I have a lot of canned goods. And this year I'm going to do a lot of my canned okra. If y'all don't know what canned okra is, you better check it out, because I'm telling you, if you like fried okra, if you can it this way, I know that Amy at Broussard Homestead has a video on it, and I think Wanda at Deep South might have a video on it, but it's canned okra, and it's cut to where you can fry it, and it is actually canned in vinegar water, and it works so well. It is the best fried okra. Yeah, it's great. Anyway, I'm going to do that this year for sure. I didn't drive for a month after I ran over one of mine. Oh no. Yeah. It upset me so bad. I have an autoimmune disease that can be caused by stress. I had to put my channel on hold. Oh, haven't been on YouTube much. Okay. An autoimmune disease that can be caused by stress. See, when I found out I have rheumatoid arthritis just a little bit ago, and she put me on an arthritis medicine, and that has helped that. But this stress just started about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, probably a little more, just so much building up, especially just like putting my mom in the nursing home and all that stuff. And I was really thinking about, I needed to cut down on some things. And I was thinking, okay, what can I cut down on? Well, I can't get rid of them. I can't get rid of all them. And I can't get rid of my mom. And I can't get rid of Lee. So what else could I cut back on that stresses me out? Well, my job, that's one thing. And it really stresses me out. I have a very stressful job. But I also thought about YouTube. But then I thought, no, I enjoy it so much. So, so I had to kind of, so my good friend, Kathy, at Living Miracle Homestead, we talk on Marco. We Marco each other back and forth just almost every day. I think every day, really. We might have missed a day or two, but almost every day we talk. This is my youngest daughter. Boy, I'm on the wrong side, ain't I? This is my youngest daughter, Jennifer. And she's got the babies that we have here a lot. Anyway, so I was talking to Kathy, and we she has a lot of stress and things going on in her life most of the time. She has had some health problems off and on, and so we talk back and forth, and we tell each other our problems because it helps to talk to a friend. And so I have been telling her all this stuff for the last 3 weeks that's gone on, and I've just been upset, terribly upset and stressed and anxiety, and just to the point of being sick, y'all, to the point of being sick. And I was telling Kathy all this, and I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I said, yesterday, I was talking to her, and I was telling her, and I said, I usually handle stress better than this. I've had 5 daughters, 14 grandchildren. My previous husband before Lee killed himself. I've had, and this job is stressful, and I've been doing that for 26 years. But I wasn't handling it well. And I was telling her this, and she said, and Kathy is a good Christian woman, and I'm a Christian woman too. I believe that Jesus is the Son of God and died on the cross for us to save us from our sins. I'm born again and a Christian. And Kathy is too, and she said, when I feel like you're telling me you feel like, it's usually because I have kind of gotten away from the Lord a little bit and not talking to him as much and not giving him my problems. And a light just went off, y'all. It went ding, bingo. And I said, Kathy, that's exactly what I've done. That's exactly what I've done. I hadn't even realized it. You just get so busy with the world and the problems of the world that sometimes you kind of get away a little bit, and you don't tell the Lord what you're going through and talk to him. And he knows what you're going through, but he wants you to tell him. He wants you to talk to him. And I wasn't talking to him. I was dealing with my problems my own way on my own shoulders, and my shoulders can't handle it, obviously. So anyway, hang on just 1 second, because they're probably leaving, and I'm going to tell them bye. And he can stay if he wants to.
Little past thing.
Okay. You can stay if you want to. You don't want to stay with me? You can stay if you want to. Okay. I love y'all. I will talk to you later. Y'all are coming back to spend the night. So I'll see you later. And Bub's going to stay with me. All right.
There's a Dr. Pepper in there, but
Okay.
I can't get it open. So you probably can't either.
Oh, okay.
Probably
not. Okay. Bye, y'all have a good day. Be good for
I
mama.
love you.
Be good for mama.
Yeah, right.
All right. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go back up here and read a little bit real quick. Yeah, her name's Jennifer. Yeah, Jen likes Jennifer's name. And I call her Jen. I call her Jen most of the time. Hey, Britton family. Homestead. Let's see if I missed anybody else. Sorry, y'all. I got to talking, and we all need reminders to trust in the Lord from time to time. My mom passed away when my father-in-law had cancer and has passed, which left us with my mother-in-law who has dementia. Recently, she went to a home. See, that's what's happening. My mom has diabetes and Parkinson's, and the Parkinson's is really taking her down, and she's starting to get dementia. Hers is more at nighttime, like what they call sundowners. So it's at nighttime, and then at nighttime she's so hard to handle that we finally decided we needed to do this. But it was a very hard decision. We did not want to, and it's been a very hard decision. And because she hadn't had the shot, she had to be in quarantine for 14 days. Now, since then, we've decided for her to get the shot, because otherwise she would have to wear a mask in there if she come out of her room. And so we've decided, and she's supposed to get that today, that first one today. We're not getting it. We're not totally all with that, but for her, 84 years old, going in a nursing home, we've decided that's the best thing to do. What is Sundowners is they've got more of their mind up during the day, but when about 4:30, 5 o'clock, when the sun's about to go down, or getting that time, afternoon, they get worse, and then they start getting more dementia. So that's where she's at. During the day, when she gets up in the morning, 7 o'clock, eating breakfast through lunch, she pretty well knows what's going on. She might be a little forgetful and, ask something over a couple times, maybe, but the worst of it is after 4:30, 5 o'clock. That's Sundowners. And she's definitely there. And anyway, we need all, I wanted to put this up. There we go. Yes, absolutely. And Kathy, that's what Kathy done. Kathy said, when I feel the way you're telling me you feel, I'm usually slipping a little bit away from the Lord and not giving him my problems. And it just went on. I was like, yes, that's exactly what I've done. I hadn't been to church in 3 weeks for various reasons, 3 or 4 weeks, honestly. 1 week I didn't feel good. The next week, I don't remember. I was sitting with my mom before my mom went in the nurse home. She's only been in there, I think, 10 days. She's been in there 10 days. So another week there, I was sitting with her and didn't go to church. And I usually don't get to go on Wednesday nights because I work late. And, on and on. You just kind of sometimes don't think. And I don't usually do that. But you decide to stay? No? Oh, okay. Anyway, so Kathy reminded me, and I got to thinking about it, and I thought, I cried. She had me crying, y'all. Kathy had me crying on my lunch at work, talking about this. And I thought, she's right. I haven't been to church lately because of this reason or that reason. There was some reason or another for the past, 3 or 4 Sundays I hadn't been to church. I have a daily devotional book that I read every morning. It's by Billy Graham. It's really good. It's a really good devotional. It's a daily devotional. I've been going over the same daily devotional since 2012. I wrote in the front of it in 2012, and I am still using the same one because every year I find something different in there that speaks to me in a different way. And I bet y'all do that too. Like when you read a Bible scripture, it speaks to you in a different way every time you read it, depending on what you need at that moment. Right? So anyway, so I come home. I was like, okay, she's right. I come home and I got out my daily devotional and was looking at it. And it had been about that long since I had read my daily devotional thing too. So I was like, oh my gosh. So she was right. And it was time to say some prayers and ask for forgiveness and ask for help with this stress, y'all. So anyway, so I had been on a pity party. That's what I'm calling it. I had been on a pity party for about 3 weeks. It started with running over the kittens. That was really hard on me. I don't know if you have not ever done that, you can't imagine it. Makes you feel so bad. I ran over 3 kittens, 3 of them, little kittens. And my car broke down and just everything, and we all have that. We all have those kind of stresses, but it's how you deal with them and how you get through them that makes a difference. And anyway, so, a lot of times, and Kathy said this too, she's talking about you have to pray about it and ask the Lord to help you with it. and leave it there. Leave it there, trusting that he can help you. And so that's what, that's how I've dealt with the stress, and I feel lots better. I really feel lots better. I do. Now, I still have the same problems, except my car is fixed. The kittens, they're just dead. My mom is in a nursing home, been in there 10 days, and every time I go in there, I get upset. Okay? Every time I go in there, there's something, and I get upset. But it's a nursing home, and I knew that when she went in. We knew that when we put her in there that they're not perfect. So just got to deal with it. I'm still fat, y'all. That's part of my stress too. And I feel like I have been dieting. I have been doing low carb and keto, one or the other, for about 2 years now, off and on. I mess up a lot and get back on. I have not been able to lose any weight. When I first got on keto, I lost 25 pounds. But as soon as I start eating bread again, now I have found keto bread now that helps a whole lot. Okay. I have found keto bread that helps a whole lot. And I'm trying to get back on keto. So, anyway, let me read some of this, y'all. Sorry. Hi, there's Crystal, Copper Kettle Farms. How are you doing? I saw that you are open to memberships now. That is so awesome. I've got to get over there. I'm sorry I hadn't seen you much lately. I just have had, you just heard me saying, I've had so much going on. I've been so stressed out. I've been having a pity party. I've been having about a 3-week pity party from all the stress. And I for some reason, and I have handled more stress than this before, but for some reason, I just couldn't handle all this. And anyway, a lot of prayer is going on and going to be going on about it. And I'm going to do what Kathy said and pray about it and leave it at Jesus' feet. And, let's see. Mid-South Homestead. Hey, Rhonda. Sorry, y'all. I'm having to go back up and read. I talk too much. My best friend's father is going downhill mentally. She is dealing with him and her husband. Oh, stage 4 cancer. Oh, goodness. Yep, that's awful. And that's, that's a lot of stress, and it's hard. Sometimes you deal with it in ways, and then occasionally we're not perfect, and occasionally you can't deal with it. And then what do you do? What do you do? That's my question. What stresses you out, and what do you do about it? Supposedly it has something to do with the changing shadows in the afternoon. Yeah, the sundowners, yes. Be praying for you and your family. Thank you. The foot of the cross is the only place to find peace. Try not to keep your burdens with you, but leave them there. Yep. And I know that. It's just, we just, I know that. Just sometimes you just don't do it. And I don't know. The kittens, I'm telling you, it's all started with me running over 3 kittens. That was a big downhill turn for me. It depressed me. I was really upset about it. And I was on my way to work the first time I was on my way to work, and I felt bad all day. I was just, sick over it. And then it didn't get no better. By the time I ran over 3 of them and my car broke down and, everything that was already going on, my car was kind of the icing on the cake. I was like, that was the tipping point that took me over into pity party. You can't go off of it or you gain it back. Yes. Found crepes, but the cauliflower ones are not recommended. Hi, Carol. I didn't say hi to you, Carol. Donald and I are trying to migrate to paleo. Okay. So one of my daughters done paleo for a while. I haven't really tried that one, but she done paleo, and it's similar to keto and low carb, similar. And she done that for a while. Great aunt ran over a kid and went back out of the garage. She never drove again. It's upsetting. It is upsetting. But I know it wasn't my fault. I just, I just hated it. Thank you, Rhonda. Stress will keep the weight on. Yes, that's my whole point here. Usually on my lunch live, I talk about eating healthy, and y'all know I have talked every week about trying to eat healthy and eat low carb, but I think stress is keeping me from losing it, because I have done good. Really, I mess up some, but I have done pretty good at low carb. I haven't stuck with keto, but I have stuck pretty good with low carb, and nothing. Yeah, we're excited, and no worries. We've all been crazy busy lately, but know that I am always a huge fan. Oh, thank you so much. So we appreciate you, Crystal. Copper Kettle Farms, y'all. Crystal, they have a great channel. And I just don't get over it enough. They're on Sunday night at, I think it's 8 my time. I think it's 8 Central, but they are Eastern time. Correct me if I'm wrong, Crystal. Let me know. Carbs are what the body needs to provide sugars later in the body. I eat them before activities instead of after. When we eat the foods that make us fat, we get fat again. I tell my husband he can't buy cheese balls for the kids anymore because I have poor impulse control. Yeah, I call it no willpower. I have no willpower if it's in front of me. That's why I have to try to not keep stuff. And I do good at home. But I go out and somebody's got a cupcake going, look at this pretty cupcake. And I'm like, la, la, la. No willpower. Lost 8 pounds in 3 days. Wow. Extreme keto. I'm going back on it in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to vlog it. That's awesome. Jen at A Hot Mess on a Mission has done that, and she really inspired me when I first got on keto. She really inspired me with a lot of her keto stuff, and I lost 25 pounds. But you know, if you start eating bread again, you're just going to balloon right back up. I wasn't maybe under as much stress then either as I am now, because I had the same job, and my job is stressful. And I had the kids and the grandkids and Lee, but my car was running fine. I hadn't killed any kittens, and my mom was doing good. So, and I was, going to church and reading my devotional every morning. And I'm telling y'all, that really makes a difference. If you believe in Jesus, if you believe in the Lord, you can, there's just peace. There's a peace to talking to him about it and asking him to help, and then believing he will do it. So, and he doesn't, some prayers, some answers are no. So that's just the way it is. But you still leave it there and know that it's going to be for the best. And when you don't do that, I don't know. It's just not a peace. I can't say that. Chris's Clever Craft. Sorry. Stress really will. It's more important than the diet. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that the stress has really hurt me on weight loss and kept me from it. Yeah, we're Sunday night, 9 Eastern. Yep. Donald's moving to midnight shift. That's hard. Honey Hollow. Hello. I didn't say hi to you either, I don't think, but I've been reading your comments. Don't own a scale. Yes, I do. And it depresses me. But when I was losing weight, I liked checking once a week. Not supposed to weigh every day anyway. So I would check once a week at a same time every week, like every Friday morning before I put anything in my mouth, I would weigh. And I was losing weight and doing good there for a while, but it's been a while. So I hadn't got back on the scale in a long time. Texas Roadhouse is my Achilles heel. The rolls are free. Yeah, you spelled my name right. Let's see. Trying to read down through here, y'all, and catch up. Everything is good. I hope all is good with you too. He is gone today, so I'm super busy, just stopping to eat. God is full of grace, and because He created it, but we are so bad at giving it to ourselves and even others sometimes. Teresa, give yourself the grace you would give to Kathy. Country Homestead Preacher, hello. Let's see, menopause has had a huge impact on my weight. Yeah. See, I think that's part of it too. And of course, like hormones. Okay, so stress, but I also feel like I think I have some hormone issues, but I went and got checked and my doctor said no. I'm really thinking I may get a second opinion on that because I feel like I have to have some hormone issues. Have to. I'm just too moody and night sweats and the things, I'm almost positive I've got some hormone issues. But the doctor said no, I'm fine. Research is showing that up to 90% of all disease is stress related. I actually think it's even more than that. I totally agree. My weight is higher because I can't move as much as I used to. I need a treadmill or something because it's too hot to be outside for long. Yeah. I weighed 3 times a day. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Jen, you can't do that. You know it. Understand that getting something done goes faster without our little helpers behind on my stuff today, but we'll catch up. Let's all pray for the willpower to say no to problem foods. Yes, absolutely. Yes. That's what, yeah, I need willpower. But I think a lot of it's the stress, and I need to adjust my life to get rid of a little bit of the stress. I need to give it to the Lord too, but I need to get rid of some of it too, I think. And I don't know what that's going to look like just yet, but me and Lee's been talking about it, and I don't know. I don't know exactly. But now my mom is in a nursing home now, so I'm not having to go sit over there for hours and hours and hours, like I was. And so when she gets kind of settled in the nursing home and gets out of the isolation part, I'm hoping things will get better and we can be more at ease with her being in there. But so far, that's not happening. And maybe I won't run over any more cats. And my car is fixed, so hopefully things are going to ease up now. Stress can block a lot of good functions our body does for us. The fibro and CF is worse under stress, yes. Pam's Place. Hello, Pam's Place. Backyard Homestead. See if you can find a, yes, I don't think we have any of those around here. Somebody else has told me that, and I would love to find one, but I haven't seen any around here, and I don't really know how to go about finding out because somebody told me that they might not advertise as such, but might be lean toward that way. So how do you know, and how do you find out if a doctor leans toward that away, Oh, okay. The pain of the rheumatoid can make it hard to move, and that can cause weight gain. Yes, and now I'm doing better at that too. See, I was having a lot of problems with my sciatic nerve and my knee. My knee was hurting so bad. Oh my goodness, my knee was hurting so bad. I thought I was going to have knee replacement. And this arthritis medicine that she has put me on has helped a whole lot on that. So it's ironic because when people diet, they stress about diet. Let's all remember that what really matters is just being a good person. That's awesome. Yep. Dark 30 Outdoors. Hello. What herbs and wild edibles are good for stress? That's what I'd like to know. I know that I have some. Okay, I have a tea. I have a tea that I made up that has stinging nettle, which is good for stress, and lemon balm, which is good for stress. And there was another one. I put chamomile in one of them. One of them I didn't put the chamomile in because that helped you sleep. And I didn't necessarily want it to help me sleep. So one of them I just had the stinging nettle and the lemon balm. And the other one I added chamomile for nighttime. But here was my problem. Here is the problem with that. I usually drink those hot. And in the summertime, when it's really hot like it is right now, I usually don't drink something hot. I drink a cup of coffee in the morning, but then that's it. And I don't want to drink those later because they're hot. But here's what I'm going to do. And that I haven't even done it yet. This is what I'm going to do. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to try making some of that up and make a picture of it so that I can drink it cold. And maybe, and I guess that it would, I'm assuming, I guess that it would still help with the stress because the herbs would still help with the stress, but it would be made up and I could make like a quart of it every day and drink it cold. So I'm fixing to try that because I know that, and I've already got some made up. I dried this. I dried stinging nettle and lemon balm, and I mixed those two together in a dried tea blend. And another one I added the chamomile because to help for sleep at night. But I'm just going to take the two and maybe any other one that I can find that's good for stress, and maybe add it, dry it, and add it. But I have those two, and so I'm going to do that today. I'm fixing to make up a tea out of that and make maybe a quart a day and drink it cold because I'm not going to drink it hot. So you think two up? Some of it is mourning or grief with all the changes, especially your mom. We sometimes categorize grief as stress too. Yes, maybe, yes. And with me, when I say stress, I'm also talking about busy at work. Oh my gosh. I'm telling y'all, my job is very stressful. Busy at work. I keep grandkids. I was sitting with my mom, and now she's gone in the nursing home, and we're not settled in with that yet. And my car had broke down. Let's see. Trying to lose weight and not losing any. Me and my daughter had gotten into it really bad. I hadn't even mentioned this. Me and one of my daughters, I have 5 daughters. I have 5 daughters and 14 grandchildren. Me and one of my daughters had gotten into it really bad. And that was bad. That's very depressing. And, just everything, just so much stuff. And I call all that stress, even the busy. There's so much going on. Y'all are just as busy, I know. Gardening, animal. We have animals. I feed all the animals every morning. Gardening and animals and starting to can and babysitting and sitting with my mom and working and, and then you throw in killing 3 kittens and my car tearing up and my world just exploded. My world just turned upside down and it was bad. I had a 3-week pity party, y'all. And Kathy had to kind of bring me out of it. Let's see. I'm going to go back up here and read, y'all. Sorry. I had a friend who had it. I don't know what they had. CF. It's not recommending this, but there is a supplement called Relora that I take if I get really anxious or stressed. I believe it's from the magnolia tree extract. Okay. Since you're talking about that, about a supplement, I was taking CBD oil for a little while for anxiety, and I had quit taking that too. I hadn't even thought about that. I had quit taking my CBD oil back about, I probably haven't taken it in 2 months. So there's another little issue. Yeah, we're finding out all kinds of stuff here. I know grief and stress is all mixed up together dealing with my sister's illness. I have had fibro for 8 years. Asked my doctor what else he thinks this could be, and he said my symptoms fit CF. You'll have to let us know how that cold tea turns out. I sure will. Got me curious. Stopped intermittent fasting because going without food made me obsess about food the whole time I couldn't eat. Being in ketosis was the only thing that stopped my cravings. And it did me too. You know, doing strict keto was surprising to me that I could eat way less and not be hungry. And that really surprised me. And I think it was because you can have so many foods that are good. You can have so many delicious foods that you don't really have cravings because you know you can go eat whatever, you know, you can go eat bacon or cheese, bacon and cheese, man, that makes it right there, you know. They make anything better. You can take anything and put some bacon and cheese on it and it's good. So anyway, so that was a good thing about keto, was easier for me that I could eat stuff that you wouldn't think you could eat. Helped. Hey, Brenda, I'm glad you're on. Okay, let me go on down and read. Let's see, where was that? Overloaded. Yes, I love to read. Chris's Clever Craft. I said it right that time. Asked me if I like to read, and I love to read. I read a lot. I used to. It seems like I've been so busy. I read at night right before I go to bed because, you know, I'm so busy all the other times, but also it's become like a habit of reading right before I go to bed. Now it makes me sleepy. I've gotten into a habit of reading right before bed, and now when I read, it makes me sleepy. It's like psychological there. Like I'm reading, it must be time to go to bed. I've been having issues falling asleep. CBD oil helps me, but I think I'm going to let the variety, get the variety that's specifically for sleep so I cannot, yeah. I didn't know there was a variety specifically for sleep. I'll have to check that out. Now, I had gotten CBD oil at a health food store, and I went in there looking for something for anxiety because I was having anxiety attacks. And I went in there looking for GABA, GABA, GABA. And she told me about CBD oil and said, you need to try this. And I did, and it really helped. And so I had gotten to where I was taking like 2 squirts. This is a squirt bottle. I was taking like 2 squirts every morning for a little while. But then I got to where I wasn't needing it. I wasn't having anxiety anymore, and I didn't need it. And so I got to where I was just taking it when I really needed it. When I felt like I was anxious, I would do a couple squirts. Well, then it got to where I didn't need it at all, and I haven't used it in months. So now I'm thinking, hey, maybe I need to get that back out. I don't know how old it is. I haven't used it in months, so I don't even know. I don't know. I'll have to look and see if there's an expiration date on that. Chronic fatigue is something that I don't know too much about, but I will have to look into what all is associated with that. Bacon, 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 yeah, bacon and cheese. Took all the other tests. Ooh. Donald and I have been plowing through audiobooks while working. We share our Audible library with each other for free, so we have a lot of books. That's awesome. Reading helps shift my mind off of problems. Yeah, and you know, if I'd done Audible, probably wouldn't put me to sleep. That would be different. But if I sit down with the book, I'm going to be asleep in about 20 or 30 minutes. Paducah. Hey, Pam's place. Are you close to Paducah? Because I am 30 minutes west of Paducah. As far west as you can go before you drop off in the river. And I work in Paducah. So let me go back up. Chiropractors are also natural. Yes, a lot of the chiropractors are natural. But I went to a chiropractor one time and he hurt me, and it's been hard for me to go back. I don't want to be hurt again. And I went to a chiropractor, and I guess he done what he had to do. I was in pretty bad shape, and he done what he had to do, but he hurt me, and I left crying and just would never go back. All right, let me go on down. The symptoms overlap with fibro. Doctor said when it kept repeating with no stones or infection, that is, I see all nervous system. There's Dave, Southern Ohio Prepping. Hey, Dave. Okay. I have to hang a gate. That's a hard-working woman right there. Honey Hollow. Y'all check out her channel. She's always busy doing something that I can't do. I'm going to learn, though. I'm fixing to. She has inspired me to learn. I've told Lee he's going to have to teach me how to build. I want to build like Honey Hollow and Emma at Sunny's place. Those two women would just get out there and build a chicken coop or a goat pen all by themselves. And I'm like, I want to do that. I want to be able to do that. Okay, Chris's Clever Craft. Thanks for stopping in. I'm addicted to this time travel series called Little Shop of Found Things. I'm on the 3rd book in the series right now, and it's pretty whimsical and cute. That's awesome. I haven't heard of that, but I love series. I love to read series. That's my favorite thing. But then you're sad when it ends, like I've read series that have, whatever, 8 or 10 books, and it don't matter. It don't matter how many books is in a series. When it ends, I'm sad. Hey, our Tiny Acres. I almost couldn't say that. Our Tiny Acres. So anyway, we've been talking about stress and my pity party. I'm hoping my pity party's over. I've been having a 3-week pity party, and I'm done. I'm tired of it, and I'm done, y'all. I'm done. I do have to get some stress control. I have to get my stress under control. And I've got a few things. My car is fixed. There's not any more kittens for me to run over. That's terrible. There's not any more kittens for me to run over, and my car is fixed. And my mom's in the nursing home. Hopefully we'll kind of get straightened out there. And I'm going to try this tea. I am going to try this stress-relieving tea that I made up. I made it up, and then I drank it hot a couple of times, and because it's getting too hot, I haven't drank it anymore. And I just thought last night about, I could make it up cold and drink it cold, and it would do the same thing, right? So, yeah, I'm going to make some tea today, and I'll probably get back out my CBD oil, and, of course, lots of prayer. I'm going to pray, and leave it with him. Doesn't mean I can't pray about it again, right? But it means I trust him to take care of it. And especially all the things that stress me out that I can say to the Lord, I know you can handle it and I can't. So here, do what's best. He doesn't always answer the way we want. So you always got to remember that. He doesn't always answer the way we want, but I still have to trust him to do what's best. Okay, God will get us all where we need to be. we need to just seek him like Kathy. And now you said, I used to build stuff and tile, misusing tools. That's what I want to do. I want to use some power tools. Let's see. Oh, I was just talking about Sunny's place. Hey, Emma, I was just talking about you. Honey Hollow was in here and she had to go work on something. And I said, that's a hard-working woman. I want to be like her and Emma at Sunny's place and be able to build my own chicken coop. And I love it that y'all, I've told Lee, I want you to teach me how to be able to build. I really don't know. I mean, that sounds crazy, but I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't know the first thing about building a chicken coop, you know, or a chicken box even. You know, I leave that up to him and I just don't do it. And he has too much. He has so much, it's hard for him to get it all done. And so I want to be able to help him by doing some of that, at least maybe the smaller stuff that I can do. But right now, I wouldn't know how to start a drill or a saw. I don't. I just don't. And kudos to all you women that do, because I just never learned none of that. I just always figured that was the men's work, and I clean and do dishes, and I don't fix nothing. Stress is hard to deal with sometimes, yes. All right, let me get on down through here. I'm waiting on a lumber cutting guide for the chainsaw. I'm going to build a coop out of the stack of pine trees, no matter what. Good for you. Internet is acting goofy. Tiling is my profession. That's cool. Taking away. Yes. Thank you, Jen. Praising God for taking away your stress. Yes. I am counting on it. I'm counting on it and trusting that he will. And it's happening. And you know, the first step was realizing, I'm telling y'all, I was all stressed out about it until Kathy said what she said. And then I was like, oh, you're right. You're right. I haven't really, you know, I just haven't really. Yes, the Lord knows what we go through, but he still wants you to talk to him and tell him or ask him. And I know that. I've heard that all my life. My grandpa was a Baptist preacher, and I was raised in church all my life, and I know these things, and I trust in the Lord. But sometimes you get so many worldly things going on that you forget about him who can help. So anyway, there you go. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oops, back up. Yes, Sunny's Place is a great channel. Would love to have you over and I'll teach you. That would be awesome. And she's going to be at the picnic. I can't wait to meet her at the picnic. I cried about not having a daughter, but now I praise the Lord daily that I don't. He knows what he is doing. I just winged it when I built my chicken coop. It came out well, though. Awesome. That's awesome. My hubby does the dishes. Well, Emma, if I could get my husband to do the dishes, maybe I would build a chicken coop. He's probably not on here anymore. He was on here a while ago. My sister did the same and then had granddaughters. I just put in a load of laundry, somewhat of a house husband. Oh, me. Now Lee will do laundry. Lee does laundry every once in a while because we get behind it. I don't know. Our laundry's separate because his is pretty dirty. So his is in one spot and my stuff is in another place. So I take care of mine and I usually do his. But if I don't know his is full and he's out, I might not do it right away. And, you know, we both work outside of the home. So he has to do some of that, and a lot of times he'll do his own laundry. If I could just get him to do mine. I'm saying this stuff, and he's probably not even listening. I'm joking, and he's probably not even on here. I was the first one in line when they started letting girls take shop in high school. I took 2 years of shop and used to have my own woodworking shop. Wow, that's awesome, Brenda. I'm trying to read, y'all. Sorry. My husband cooks, does dishes and laundry. I work in the yard. I'm not a housewife. I'm a yard wife. That's great. That is great. Lee cooks a lot. Lee loves to cook though. So he loves to cook and I hate to cook. So he cooks a lot just because he loves to. And I used to work late. He would get off at like 3:30, get home about 3:30 or 4 o'clock. And then sometimes I wouldn't be home till 8 o'clock. So he would cook anyway and have his own food. And then when I come in, I heated up whatever he had cooked. Wanted to take shop, but when I was in school, they didn't allow girls. My husband cooks. Oh, read that. Flint does his laundry separately. Kids do each of theirs, as I do. Hey, Nancy, our treasured home. Yep. Yeah, you're a little late. It's really time for us to get off here, but that's all right. We got a few more minutes. We're just talking about stress and what you do for stress. I have been having a 3-week pity party because I let stress get too much and I didn't handle it well. And Kathy at Living Miracle Homestead reminded me that she said, when I feel like you're telling me you feel, it's usually because I haven't talked to the Lord and handed it over to him. And I went, bingo, exactly. And I haven't. And just that, just acknowledging that made me feel better. I cried. I was on my lunch break at work when she told me that, and I cried. And I said, you're so right. You're so right. And I usually handle stress better, but I just had so much, I don't know, that I couldn't handle. I couldn't handle it. So I had to give it to him who can. Crystal took shop and had agriculture class that taught about farm breeds of animals. I'd done FFA, Future Farmers of America. I was in that for a little bit, but to be honest, I was mostly in it because a boy I liked was in it, and so I wasn't as interested as I should have. As I should have been paying attention, I was looking at him. Me. Let's see. Wait a minute. Brenda wanted to learn to weld. I don't know if I want to learn to weld. I want to learn to build something. Maybe with the drill and maybe the saw. That's all. I don't want to weld. No. In my house, everyone is responsible for their own clothes. We all pitch in with everything else in the house. Yard work is done by the adults because the kids are too slow to keep up. Let's see. There's Country Girl. Hi, CG. I cook. Whoops. We're talking about stress and how to relieve stress. And I said I've been on a stress pity party for about 3 weeks. And started with, I had a lot going on and I hadn't been handling it well. And it kind of started with, I ran over 3 kittens. And I blame that. That's where it started. I ran over 3 kittens. And then it went downhill from there. My car broke down. My mom went to the nursing home. Me and my daughter got into it really bad. Really bad. And it just all went downhill from there. And anyway, so some prayer has helped. And just realizing that I needed to pray about it has helped. There's Lee back up. I just pulled up at the granary. I bet he wasn't on when I was talking about him. Let's see, going down. Having to do laundry by hand. Oh, yuck. There's Freaky Geek. Hello, Freaky Geek. Okay, I'm just reading y'all. Sorry. I like a table saw. I don't know. I don't know if I could do any of that. I think I can do a drill, but I really don't even know how. That's sad, but I really don't even know how hook up a drill, and screw nails in or screws in or whatever. I don't know how. And I want to learn. I want to be like some of these women that done built stuff. Let's see. I am feeling better, CG. I am. I just acknowledging Kathy at Living Miracle Homestead said some things to me about praying about it and giving it to the Lord, and that really helped. And I've got some things are better, like my car is fixed now, and my mom's in the nursing home. We just got to get her settled in good, and then that'll be a big relief. So there's some things getting better. I just, you get on a pity party. That's it. You just get on a pity party and you go, oh, woe is me. Oh, I have this and this and this and this wrong and this wrong and that wrong. And then you go into, you just start pitying and feeling sorry for yourself. And it can snowball. It can really snowball into a bad spot. Almost to the point of I was sick. I felt sick. I had let my little pity party go on so bad I felt sick. And I still blame, I still think I got some hormone issues maybe, and, the stress, but just the idea of turning it over to the Lord helped. And, and some of it's getting better. Crazy Homesteader did FFA also. Emma says, I prefer a circular saw over a table saw, but I use our miter saw more than anything. See, I want to do that. I have Rigid brand power tools. Battery powered everything, and I love them. No cords to get tangled in, super easy to use. Circular saw, reciprocating saw, drills, drivers, even have a chainsaw. Wow. I don't know if I want a chainsaw. That's a little extreme right now. I just want to know how to use the drill. I'm not sure what a driver is. I want to use a saw, maybe a circular saw, and a drill first. That's where I want to start. Best way to learn is to do it. That's right. Oh, wait. I have to back up. I was going too fast. The gift this month for members was a great one. Now I want to make some. You're welcome, Shelley. The best way to learn. I'm trying to read through. I read that. Okay. Now I'm back down here. Take you a shot of Kentucky Clear and boom, no more stress. He's bad. He's bad, y'all. That doesn't help Lee. Doesn't help me. It might help you, but doesn't help me. Do a fast for a few days and pray about everything. Stress does a number on your health. Yes, I know that, and I know that, and I know. And I was feeling sick. I was feeling miserable, and I think kind of depressed. I was kind of depressed and feeling bad, and I felt sick. I really did. Using a chainsaw will give the arms a good workout. No motor, just body power. If you decide to start with tools, be sure to get a combo. Be sure to get a combo power drill and impact driver. I use the drill for pre-drilling hose and impact driver for screws. Self-driving screws are the best too. Awesome. Thank you. I have a great collection of power tools. I even have a dedicated operator. Well, see, CG, that's where I've kind of been. Yeah, we've got power tools and a dedicated operator, but I want to learn to do it myself. He's got too much. Lee has a lot to do. He can't get it all done. And I'm going to tell y'all real quickly, we got to go here soon. But I was watching Mac and Patty at Southern Blessed Homestead last night, had Papa Pepper on there. he was in their area and called them up, and he went over to see them and was on their live last night. And he was talking about just homesteading and everything. And he was saying about, they were saying that he had been working on this root cellar for a couple of years. And he was talking about the root cellar, and yeah, he'd been working on it for 2 or 3 years and this and that. And he said something, and I'm not going to remember exactly how he said it, but he said, being a homesteader, you're always working on something, right? You're always working on something on the homestead that you've got to build or fix or do. And he said, it takes longer sometimes because you've got so much to do, and you're not a professional like a root cellar. He's not a professional at building a root cellar. He had to figure it out, get started on it. Then he found some mistakes he made and had to redo some of it and that kind of thing. So it takes longer sometimes. He said, I forgot how he said it, but like that, he's not perfect. You know, you're not perfect. You're not perfect at it. You're a homesteader and you're doing the best you can, but you don't always, you're not a professional at doing any of it, you know, per se. And so you might make mistakes and have to redo it. And sometimes it takes longer. And I love that he said that. It made me think of Lee so much, y'all. I went out and totally, I went right straight out and totally about it. I was like, oh my gosh, you know what he said? I loved it. I really want a hacksaw with a simple guide for angles. I prefer tools powered by me instead of batteries or cord. A doctor told me it takes about a month for someone to adjust to the nursing home. About a month. Well, she's been 10 days. I'm hoping. I kind of hope it don't take a month, but at least if it takes a month, hopefully in a month, we'll all be adjusted. And her and us. The last few years, I have been doing a lot more that my husband does. You never know when you'll have to do it. Yep. Yes. And if I could help him get some of it done, you know, because like I want this done and this done and this done, and he's, you know, taking too long for me. So if I could help him do those things, might ease our arguing up a little bit too. Let's see. Lithium. I have lithium ion Makita that I love. I would love to add onto that one for cord-free everything. So let's see. Fishes. I think Makita is what my son uses. I have mostly all my daddy's tools, but now my mama's stuff is blocking me from my workbench area. Andy won't let me use power tools. Something about cutting an arm off. Yeah, I'm going to be careful. I don't want to jump right into, you know, a chainsaw or nothing for sure. I cut myself with knives. I learned to sharpen my own knives, and now I cut myself all the time. It's like, dang it. Maybe I was better off with dull knives because once I learned to sharpen my own knives and I keep them really sharp, I cut myself all the time. I have more and better tools than my husband. I keep them in my bedroom. See, that's if I start learning to do this, I'm going to get my own tools and keep them like clean and in here because I don't like going out there and messing with his. He just gets it all dirty and don't clean it up, and mine's gonna have to be cleaned up. Oh, somebody is getting taller. Yes, he is. I was just telling him a while ago he's taller than his sister. His sister's older than him, and he's done got taller than her. Yep, he knows we're talking about him. Look at him. Yeah, that's Patrick. I call him Bub. I call him Bub because we used to call him Bubby. Used to call him Bubby because his sisters called him Bubby, and I shortened it to Bub. Don't tell Bub. Y'all don't tell Bub that I nicknamed my grandson Bub. He'll get a big head. Oh, let's see. I feel so much better just coming on here and talking to y'all. See, this helps. I seriously wasn't going to come on because I've been so pity party depressed, and I'm glad I did. Yes, thank you, Shelley. Grace, like, have a nice trip. I think every woman should have their own tools. I have 2 rolling toolboxes. Wow. Paul's not allowed to touch them. I prefer both battery and hand-powered tools. Having the right tool for the job is key. I'm that weird wife that doesn't have a honey-do list. If I need something built, I do it myself. See, I kind of, now I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna have a honey-do list, but I would like to be able to just go out there and do something. If I want it done and he's working on something else, I would like to just be able to go do it, or at least help, you know. Hot mess on a mission. You only work during a heat wave. Looking forward to seeing everyone at the picnic. I always find it relaxing to just kick back and catch up with friends. Yes, I can't wait. It's why I don't have one, right, Carol? Oh, I missed what that was about. Why I don't have one. Let's see. I got to find where I was at. Brother-in-law calls hubby bub. And the Peppers be talking about digging foxholes for survival or caches. Ours would be gator holes, and the caches would pop up probably like submerged beach ball. I'm so glad you went live talking real. It really does. I'm going to put that up here. Glad you went live. Talking really does help us feel better, and it does. And I've missed a couple of years lately. Jen at a Hot Mess on the Mission, she goes live. I don't think she has a certain time, just sporadically maybe, but she talks about organizing, and for a while was talking about eating healthy and different things, and right now she's doing organizing, and it yeah, whatever we talk about, whatever subject we are on, like when I come on and talk about healthy eating, y'all help me more than I help y'all, because we get to talking about healthy eating and I get ideas and I get inspiration, and just like this right here, it helps me because I get inspiration from y'all and ideas from y'all, and it really does help. It really does help. A lot of women out there waiting on that honey-do list. My wife is one of them. Yep. Oh. Nancy's tools go pew, pew, pew. I lost my place here. I can see Lee shaking his head when she said no honey-do list. Heat waves keep the mosquitoes away while you work. Hadn't thought about that. Sometimes being able to get it out makes all the difference. Yes, it does. I'm at work with mosquitoes right now. We see you back there, Spider-Man. Yeah, that's him. Hate mosquitoes. Oh, I hate mosquitoes. I think I might be allergic to mosquitoes because I can get one little bite and just, oh my gosh, one little bite will just drive me insane. He's a mess. I don't know what he was doing. Ain't no telling what he was doing. He's a mess. American Beauty Berry leaves help keep them away, though. American Beauty Berry leaves help keep them away. We don't, now I don't know, I guess you can plant that. We don't have that wild here. Some people have the beauty berries wild, and we don't, or not that I've seen. And I've kind of looked because I've seen other people talking about them and kind of looked and checked it out, and we don't have those. Hey, Gina. Making cowboy candy. Gina's making cowboy candy. That's awesome. Yeah, Dave is single. Dave is single and has no honey-do list. Think about that. Any single ladies on here? Dave has no honeydew list. He needs one. Dave needs a honeydew list. Oh, Christy Betts' grandgirl is there. Mosquito bites cause whelps on my skin instantly. Mosquito bites blow up on me now. We have some beauty berry near a public building, but would not use them. They get sprayed. Beauty berry volunteer. Hundreds of beauty berries surrounding my garden. Yeah, I just don't think we have that here. Dave run away from the chat. That's funny. That's funny. Hey, Bittersweet Homestead. We are about to get off here. I've run over, actually. I've just enjoyed talking about this, y'all, and y'all have helped me so much. My pity party is over. I have prayed about it and prayed about it and prayed about it and left it with the Lord. My stress is starting to go down a little bit. Hey, you better quit. I can see orange juice going all over the floor. So anyway, I've prayed about it and some things are getting better. So my pity party is over. My stress kind of going down some. We all have stress. We all have stress, and we're gonna have stress. Can't get out of that. We're gonna have stress, but it's how we deal with it. And I can't do it by myself. I have to leave it up to Him who can. And I know that. And I am going to let you know how that tea turns out cold. I'm going to make my stress relief tea. I have dried stinging nettle and lemon balm together, and I'm going to make a tea out of that and try that. I made it to be a hot tea, but I'm going to try to make it and then put it in the refrigerator and let it get cold and see, because I don't like to drink hot stuff in the summertime. I drink a cup of coffee in the morning, but that's it. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything? We got to get off here. Always praying for y'all. Thank you. Enjoy your company. Thank you, Shelley. I am feeling better, Brendan. I appreciate everybody's prayers and thoughts, and I'm telling you, I know we all have stress. I know we do. I know y'all have just as much stress as I do. I just wasn't dealing with it in a good way. And the kittens and the car, everything just kind of blew up on me, and I didn't handle it well. Might need a straw to clean up the floor. Hey, Red, kiss my grass acres. We're getting out of here. I've been on here an hour and 30 minutes. Sent my niece your way. Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm trying to finish reading everything before I get off here. Sorry I missed most of the live. Will get better once you get your mind. Yes. And that's part of the battle. Part of the battle is knowing, okay. And I usually deal better with stress because I usually say to myself, stop it, get over it and stop it. And I don't know. I've always dealt with it better, but I am a Christian and have a relationship with the Lord. And I usually pray, go to church and I pray, and I have a daily devotional that I use. And I hadn't been doing none of that for the past month because things had gotten piled up and I was doing other things and busy and just, you got to quit focusing on the world and focus on Him. And that's huge stress relief. So anyway, things are getting better. Thank y'all for coming on here. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's comments and opinions. And watch us Friday nights at 7 Central. Me and Lee come on. We have a little fun, and then we talk about foraging. There's Melissa. Hey, Melissa. Melissa's Natural DIY Survival and Saving Tips. Y'all have known her before as Homestead Mama. I went blank. But Melissa is back on, and she is so good at teaching herbal remedies, herbal medicines and things. And so she is back at it. Y'all check that out. She's awesome. And I'm so glad she's back. Sometimes we have to start sinking before we can be lifted back up. Yes, yes, yes. And I know that, I know that, and I know to lean on God and give him the problems, but I just wasn't doing it. I was letting them pile up and stress me out. And anyway, I'm better. Y'all say a prayer for me, and thank you. And we'll see you Friday night or next Thursday. I'm going to go. Thank y'all.